I sure will. Good morning, everybody. You're listening to The Voice. Come on, dig me now. One and only Steve Harvey got a radio show. Yeah, I got one. And I got a message for you today, too, something I was thinking about that might help you along the way. The thing I appreciate about so many people that I learned from, Bishop Jakes, Kenneth Ulmer, Donnie McClurkin, Kirk Franklin, Joel Osteen, I can't tell you, and many more than that. I mean, you know, I'm naming, you know, famous people because I know you know these names, but my father, who you never met, was so great in my development as a man. But my mother, Lord have mercy, my mother, she taught me about faith. She gave me the things I needed to know about what I speak about every day. That basis was given to me by her. So many great people. But here's the thing that I've had to learn. And that is that if God got you through it, it's done. Move on. See, I can't tell you how many people don't really pay attention to that close enough. If God got you through it, it's done. Move on. How many times have we as people allowed God to get us through something, get us beyond something, get us over something, get us through something, and then even after its completion, we sit there and we dwell on it and we dwell on it to the point where it becomes an anchor around our neck and we can't move on. We can't move on because we just won't let it go. It's done. If God got you through it, it's done. Move on. Stop harboring on the past. Stop hanging on to every time you fail. Stop hanging on to every time you slipped up and messed up. Stop hanging on to every time you didn't get it right. So what? Everybody makes mistakes. Everybody messes up. Everybody don't get it right. Everybody struggling with something. You ain't the only one. But my God, man, if God got you through it, it's done. Move on. What you hanging on to it for? That's why he got you through it, so you can move on from it. See, a lot of things that happen to us that we think are negative or bad these are lessons in what not to do. This is a way to have a bearing or look out for it the next time. You got me once, you can't get me again. I'm telling you, man, if God got you through it, it's done. Move on. You have got to move on. I use this analogy all the time. I'm going to add a little bit to it. Bishop Jakes told me you cannot drive your car looking in the rear view mirror. See, you know what your rear view mirror is actually for in your car? Your rear view mirror is designed. After I pass a car and I want to merge into that lane or I want to make another move, I look up in the rear view mirror and all I use it for, it shows me that I've gotten past it. I've gotten past the vehicle I was passing and I got enough room now clear to make my next move. That's what I use my rear view mirror for. I use my rear view mirror to just glance up every now and then to see what's coming up on me. That's all I use it for. Listen to me real close now. Your rear view mirror on your car is after you're passing something or you're passing by something, you can look up in the rear view mirror and it lets you know you passed it. You're beyond it. It's clear now. It's in the past. You no longer have to deal with it as the car that was in front of you blocking your way. You have passed it. You look up in the mirror. You've cleared it. Now, if you want to switch lanes, you could slide on over. You got room. But that rear view mirror also lets you see if anything is coming up on you. And you just need to glance, because if you moving forward, ain't a whole lot can come up on you. You just glancing every now and then. And it reminds you that you got through something and you got beyond something. That's what the rear view mirror for. Now let's talk about that windshield. Why you think that windshield's so big on your car? That's the biggest window on your car. You know why the windshield's so big? Because it's where you're going. Because even the automobile makers want you to have a wide view of where you're going, so you can see what's up ahead. They put lights on the car at night so you can have night vision and see what's up ahead. But you can, see, now, why is that? Think about that now before I move forward with this one. Think about that windshield, man. Why is that windshield so big? So you can see where you're going. It's way more important where you're going than where you've been. Don't you see that? That's why the rearview mirror is so small, because it is nowhere near as important as it is as to where you're going. Where you've been just allows you to take a glance so you can make sure you cleared it, so you can see if it's room enough for you to make your next move, so you can know that you've gone through it and go ahead on about your business. But that windshield is for vision. A man without a dream or vision shall perish. That windshield is for somebody going somewhere. That windshield is for somebody up there trying to make another move. I'm going to go right, I'm going to left, I'm going to get off on this exit, I'm going to take this detour, I'm going to handle this sign, there's a new route. There's only so many miles left to go. That's what the windshield got. Let me tell you something, man. When you see a mile sign, you driving on the freeway, you on the interstate, and let's say you driving to a particular city, and you see a sign that says that city is 138 miles away. That lets you know where you're going and you're on the right path. Now, if you keep looking in the rearview mirror, you'll never know how close you are. You'll never know. Because you're driving your car looking in the rearview mirror. You all on the shoulder. You hear them rocks up under your car. You done scared yourself to death. Because you know why? Because you keep looking in the rearview mirror. Get out the rearview mirror. If God got you through it, it's done. Move on. So what? He don't love you no more. And, man, let's move on. If God got you through it, it's done. Move on. God got something for you. If you get out your rearview mirror and get up in that windshield, God's got something for you up ahead. But you can't see what's up ahead because you in that rearview mirror. If God got you through it, it's done. Let's move on. Come on, y'all. Don't let the past beat you up. That's the ingredients in the cake. You done made that already. That's done. Let's go. God, look in the windshield. See what God probably got something new for you. If you get out the rearview mirror and open up your eyes and see, all right, let's go today.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Steve Harvey Morning Show is about to begin. I must warn you today is going to be his day. Now, what does that mean exactly? I'm not for sure. Which means you are in for something. Because anytime I can't define what it is I'm about to be, we got a problem. And the problem is about to begin. This is the Steve Harvey Morning Show that never starts the same way twice. Why? Because ain't no 2 days alike. So why should we try to do something that God never intended to be? Get ready for the ride. Strap up, buckle in, hold on tight. Here come that man. Here come Shirley Strawberry. Here come Carla Farrell. Here come that little loudmouth girl out of Mississippi. Here come Junior, better known as Kill Space, got about 8 radio shows. And here come that damn fool, always in somebody's business, pranking people, gonna get himself hurt one day. Ladies and gentlemen, let us begin. Junior, what's on your mind?
Let me ask you something, because you 65. You health conscious. Okay, you got your fitness goals. Are you tired of trying to be in shape?
Very.
Be honest.
Very.
Be honest, just be honest, Just let it out.
Exhausted. Exhausted. I'm perplexed. I'm actually thrown off by the whole damn idea of staying healthy. Because it counters everything that is unhealthy.
Yeah.
In order to look the best you can look, the older you get, the less good stuff you are allowed to eat.
Yeah.
You can't have pie every day. Sweet potato pie, cobbler. You can't have pound cake every day. Ice cream, things I love.
Yeah.
You can't have banana pudding like you want to. You just can't do it. You can't eat pasta every time. You can't have pie. You can't have pizza every day. Pizza one of my favorite foods. You can't have it all the time. You got to cut it back. You can't have it every other day either. You got to eat 80-20. You got to eat 80% clean, good foods and 20% what you want. And I'm going to tell you right now, 80-20 is not going to allow you to lose much damn weight. It just ain't. It's just going to keep you from getting worse. If you want to lose weight, I've actually found out you're going to have to eat 90-10, maybe 95-5.
Yeah.
It's really tell you the truth. And the older you get, the more strict you got to get with this diet. But you got to make up your mind. Do you want to live? Do you want to eat to live? Or you want to just eat till your ass ain't here no more?
Die eating.
The decision is yours.
You want to die eating?
These are decisions you got to make.
Have decided to eat to live.
Yeah.
Because I would rather live than to not be here with a smile on my fat ass face because I done ate some cake. Eat that
Moderation, baby, moderation.
Y'all ain't even hip to this. My chef y'all ain't had broccoli rice, have you?
No.
I do. Cauliflower rice I have. But
I've had that too, and it's not the same.
Haven't had broccoli rice.
Why are your arms folded?
All
right. Coming up at 32 minutes after the hour, we'll start off the show with Run That Prank Back from the Nephew right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Let's start our morning off now with Run That Prank Back from the Nephew. Nephew, what you got for us today?
We want to end happy. This is happy ending. That's right. That's right, happy. We want to, don't worry, be happy. Happy ending. Let's go. Cat dog, if you would.
Hello, therapy and this is Judy speaking. How may I help you?
Yeah, I'm trying to come in and get some therapy done. I was in an accident at my job. You know, I got injured like a week and a half ago. I ain't been able to go back to work for my back and my leg. They say, you know, I haven't broke any bones or nothing, but it's, you know, it's real sore, real stiff, and hard to get out of bed. So I wanted to see, you know, what it take to get a therapist and start getting some type of treatment.
Okay, well, sir, what we typically do is we ask for our patients to come in, you know, check out our facility, and so we can also assess you, you know, see where the damage is, the majority of it, and, you know, then get you to a therapist. So if you would like to come in, we can definitely do that for you.
Okay, do you know what the therapists actually do when they're doing the treatment?
Well, if you come in, sir, we can definitely direct you to any of our 3 therapists that we have on site right now. But each one specializes in a particular field. So it's more beneficial for you if you come in, and then we can assess you and then direct you to that particular therapist, okay?
Okay, so you say, how many y'all do y'all have?
We have 3. There's Marty, Brenda, and Cecilia here.
Okay, the person that referred me to y'all told me that Cecilia was the one that had worked on. Is there a way I could talk to Cecilia?
Typically, we normally ask our patients to come in, but let me see if she's available right now. I know earlier she was with a patient, so let me just check really quick. And if she is available, then I can transfer you. Okay?
Okay. I'll just hold on.
Okay, hold on. Hi, this is Cecilia.
Yeah, Miss Cecilia. Trying to come up there and get some therapy done. I hurt my back and my leg at work. I mean, they already told me wasn't nothing broke or nothing, but I wanted to see what exactly do y'all do as far as physical therapy? You know, what exactly will I be doing?
Well, when you come in, we'll do a consultation, and, you know, we'll massage you and take x-rays and put you in a whirlpool tub, and there's several different things that we can do for you.
Okay. Is it a certain timeline? I mean, like how long would it take before I can get back to work? Because, you know, I've been off for about a week now, and I'm trying to get back within the next couple of weeks, but it's taking me like, you know, at least 30 minutes to get out of bed because of my back and my leg.
Oh, wow. Well, you need to come in as soon as possible because that sounds like that's pretty bad.
Okay. Well, let me ask you this here. After people get through doing the therapy, do y'all have happy endings?
Happy endings? What do you mean by happy endings?
happy endings, like, you know, when therapy is over with, you know, would you yourself, you know, would you do happy endings at the end?
Okay, I'm still not understanding. What do you mean by happy endings? What are you talking about?
Okay, say like if I come over there and go through a session or whatever for about an hour, when we get through, you know, will you kind of like, you know, close the door and you know, do happy endings, you know, make me feel good?
Okay, close the door. I'm still not quite understanding what you mean by happy endings, sir.
Okay, what I'm trying to say is, like, when we get through with the procedure, you know, make me feel good in a nice, you know, sexual way, you know, happy endings.
When Judy sent you back to me, what are we talking about with this happy ending thing? Because I don't.
Well, I didn't ask her nothing about the happy endings. That right there is just going to be between me and you.
Well, see, I don't play that. I don't. This is a place of business. We're professional here. We do therapy for people who are seriously hurt. This is not the nearest bar. What talking about happy endings after we finish with that? Well, what kind of place do you think this is?
Well, I mean, I know it's therapy, but I mean, if people going through that much pain, at least have some type of happy endings, don't you think?
Well, I think you might suggest your significant other.
Okay, so you wouldn't be up for doing the happy ending part?
Hell no, I ain't interested in that. What kind of this? You talking about you hurt? Hell, if you hurt, you shouldn't be even talking about happy ending. You talking about?
Okay, hold on. I mean, you're not talking to me professionally.
Well, you coming at me with this happy ending ain't professional at all either. What kind of place you think we running over here?
Okay, hold up. I was referred to you. I'm thinking, you know, the guy telling me, you know, you're going to take care of me.
What guy told you like that?
I'm sorry?
What guy told you some like that?
You know what? Let's not even go into this because I don't even want to bring him into this. Can you satisfy me after Easter? I'm going to tip you a little bit, too.
What? Man, have you lost your everlasting marble mind? Are you gone crazy? Judy, who in the hell is this on the phone that you done sent through me thinking this is the happy ending place?
Wait.
Who is this?
Miss Cecilia, she don't know nothing about the happy ending part.
It don't matter. You the receptionist. You know what? You on the borderline of losing your job. Because this is...
Hello? Miss Cecilia, can I just tell you who referred me?
Who? Who in the told you that I have happy endings for anybody? Because the only person I have happy endings for is my husband.
Okay.
So who? Who was it?
Miss Cecilia, nephew Tommy from the Steve Harvey Morning Show. Your girlfriend Karen got me to prank phone call you.
Y'all full of y'all in here getting me ready. I'm about to fire my receptionist. I got folks in the lobbies. They just think I done lost my mind. Y'all gonna call me on my job? I'm a kick her. This don't make no sense.
Miss Cecilia, she told me, she said my girlfriend patience is short.
Very. Oh, it's on. She gonna need her. Oh, that's all right. I got something for her.
You got some happy endings for her?
I got some happy endings for her. You just wait.
Hey, Cecilia, you got to tell me this, baby. What is the baddest, and I mean the baddest, radio show in the land?
The Steve Harvey Morning Show. With nephew.
All right, nephew.
Everybody happy?
Thank you. Coming up next, it is the CLO, Chief Love Officer Steve Harvey, in the building right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Coming up at the top of the hour in trending entertainment news. Well, today is Mardi Gras, and plus we'll tell you about Kim Kardashian's custom private jet. Wait till you hear about this. Plus, some states are banning the sale of Russian vodkas. We'll talk about all of these stories at the top of the hour, but right now it is time to ask the CLO, Chief Love Officer Steve Harvey.
Yes, here we are.
Is ready. Are you ready? Irma in Hammond writes, I'm a 60-year-old widow, and I'm dating a guy that's a chef. We bonded over our love for food, but he thinks he's the best cook on the planet. I made gumbo for him, and instead of enjoying it, he critiqued it. We got in an argument, and I said most of his food is bland. He hasn't called since. Should I reach out?
Nothing like a good gumbo argument.
Well,
Attitude.
see,
How
y'all
did that
two
argument
old
go?
ass people. Y'all two old ass people in here arguing about food instead of trying to find a way to get along. Y'all trying to find a way to see his need to be accepted as the chef and your need to be accepted as a good cook is greater than both y'all's needs to have a quality relationship.
Oh, wow.
There is a saying, I'm not sure if it's a scripture or not, ain't no food like an old food. Pretty sure that ain't a scripture,
Ain't no party.
but it sounds like it should be. So congratulations, both of you all have ruined your relationship because you all won't let the other person win. And that's as simple as that. And what would it have hurt if he'd have just ate your damn gumbo? And what would have hurt if you would have just said, you a great chef? What would it have hurt? But he bought this on himself because he started it.
He did.
Dumbass dude.
Yeah.
Sometimes
ego
right
got
The
is
in the way.
wrong.
damn gumbo.
His ego got in the way. All right. Moving on
I
to
mean,
Marie.
let's look at our very own show as a great example. Shirley can't boil water, but she got a husband, though, don't she? Hello, learn yourself something, lady.
Teaching moment.
And Poe Nesto done had to eat Lord knows what out of a damn crock pot. He had
Still here.
steak and rice out of a crock pot one time, lady, with foam on it, and he ate it.
No, he didn't. He didn't eat that.
Let's pray for Nesto.
Marie, moving on.
Okay.
Marie in Tampa says, my husband and I met through my best friend, so we're all close and they talk often. She needed boxes moved from her attic and she called my husband. I went too because I don't trust women. She jokingly said, don't nobody want your man? He laughed, but I didn't. Was she joking or being shady?
The three of us on this show will tell you that the best jokes we've ever written has been 90% true.
The truth.
Okay.
It's
So she
something to
wasn't
her
joking.
line that she stated. It's something
Don't
to
nobody want your man. Why you call him all the time? If you don't want my man, why you ask him to come over here and move no box? You don't know no other men.
They got 3 men in a truck. They got all kind of moving companies you can call.
Hell yeah. They probably got Uber Moves by now.
There you go. U-Haul.
So
Honks.
you know what? You ain't tripping.
Right. Yeah. She says she does not trust women. Okay.
Go with your first mind.
All right, Marie.
Not mad at her for that. Not at all.
All right. Deidre in Portsmouth says, I'm moving to a new city to marry a man that I met online. I've been single for years, so I had to tell my old sex buddies and exes that I'll be off the market. One of them said goodbye. One of them got some goodbye cookie, too. I want to enter marriage with a clean slate. Should I change my Facebook page and my cell number?
But if you want to end a marriage with a clean slate, what you need to do is quit calling people up. Yeah. Because your ass gets talked into things.
I don't get it.
You just needs to quit calling people up. Hey, y'all, I'm finna move on. Huh? Say,
One more?
What?
One more.
Say what?
I hope she has a ring and a date.
Saturday?
Something.
Not Saturday.
Last time. You promise? Okay. I'll be there. You like the red ones? Okay.
She's too easy.
You need to just just do what you're gonna do. Block everybody, change your number, get off Facebook like that, and go on about your business. How many people you done had to call?
Yeah. You might want to get baptized, too. You might want to do a little of that, too. Just,
Yeah.
You need to be washed
Yeah.
in the blood of the Lamb.
Right.
Or you can get washed. That'll probably be better.
Oh.
Yeah. Because if you get washed, you pretty much go.
Right. All right. Moving on to Liliana. Oh, Liliana, that's a pretty name. Liliana in Savannah says, I'm a 33-year-old Latina woman, and I am only interested in dating black men, but I hear horror stories about how mean they are. The first black man I dated ghosted me after we had sex, even after I waited 3 months to sleep with him. Is it a way to vet these guys before I get too deeply involved with them?
So wait a minute, let me ask you something. Before you start slamming the whole black male race as being monsters that they are, why your ass ain't dating Latino men?
Thank you.
I mean Latin men. It's because men are the same everywhere. Why don't you try some white men? We all the same. We men.
We all get upset.
Yeah.
Now let me tell you something. If you got the wrong one, you got the wrong one. I don't care what race he belongs to. You ought to focus on getting the right man instead of a type of man. Because obviously your type ain't working for you. So why don't you try that, Liliana? Because Tommy, me, and Junior, we never been described as monsters towards women. You might not like me. Now, once I end up not liking you, I'm gone now.
Yeah, ghost.
Yeah, I'll get ghost.
But I wonder who told her these horror stories that she's heard. But I hear
The
horror
internet.
stories about how mean black men are.
Well, what you want us for?
White women been ghosted. Latino women been ghosted.
what is
Asian
it?
women been ghosted.
They done
I don't-
stereotyped us.
Wait. The CLO has an announcement to make.
Come on, CLO.
What?
You think black men is monsters. White men will have your ass on a fishing boat with rocks in the boat, rowing out to sea.
But she
And
has
guess who
horror
ain't
stories
coming
about
back?
them. All right, thank you, CLO. Coming up at the top of the hour, we'll have some trending headlines and some entertainment news right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, here we go. Time for entertainment news. But before we get to that, Carla, what you got, girl?
Well, today is Fat Tuesday, so we have to say Happy Mardi Gras.
Mardi
was
Gras!
back. It was back all weekend.
Baby.
Yes, parades and all that. So we just have to say welcome back. Mardi Gras
Fat
back.
Tuesday.
Fat Tuesday. Mobile, Alabama, and the NO. We want to say Happy Mardi
That's
Gras.
right.
Yeah.
Yep. Tomorrow is
Fat
Ash
Tuesday.
Wednesday. Tomorrow's Ash Wednesday. And just a reminder, Easter Sunday is April 17th. So
Gotcha.
it is that time.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. So what was I yesterday then? I was fat. Was it Fat Monday for me?
It's Skinny Monday. It's Skinny Monday.
Monday is Lundi Gras. That was Lundi Gras.
Lunday Gras.
Junior, speaking of Fat Monday or Tuesday, what's your body fat percentage?
Anyway.
26.
You and Tommy.
About 27.
I'm going to get.
know
Third, Junior.
I don't know my number, but I'm going to get my number checked this week. I want to know what it is.
Uh-huh. What do you think it is?
Whatever it is, I ain't gonna like it. I already know me.
I mean, just tell me what you think it is.
And so we can tell you.
Probably about 18, 17%.
Boy, you ain't
Bet
that.
you.
Boy, come on.
Boy,
But
18. You old.
Think it's worse
you
than
know,
that?
17. He always think he fine. Though.
Yeah,
You better talk. On this Fat Tuesday.
He always think he fine and he
Fat
really
ass
about
okay with the rest of
17.
us.
Hear what he said, Junior.
Yeah.
About 17,
About 17.
something like that. My whole goal in life is 17.
Man.
About 17.
Going
your
to the
whole
gym.
goal
like
in life
17.
is 17, Steve.
Girl, 17, I ain't even gonna wear no shirt no more.
You guys look good.
I
Don't worry about
give
it.
a
You guys
damn
look good.
how
And
you
Steve,
feel
you're
about
rich,
me.
so.
But he
You
said
look
that
good
I'm
and
17.
y'all
17.
unemployed. So
And-
y'all
Ain't,
look
Yeah.
ain't played a sport.
All right. Thank you, Carla. So moving on, Kim Kardashian is the new owner of a custom-designed private jet. The Gulfstream G650ER likely set her back about $150 million.
Wow.
Well, it's okay because she's a billionaire, right? 18 leather seats feature cashmere accents. The cream color exterior and interior matches her home decorations. In-flight meals are served on the same tableware Kim has at home. The tagline of the Gulfstream jet is, "You simply cannot fly farther, faster." Maximum speed is 700 miles per hour, or just shy of Mach 1, which is the speed of sound. The 8,600-mile flight range allows Kim to travel nonstop to just about any destination. Pete Davidson's New York City is 2,500 miles away. Paris is 5,500 miles away, and Armenia is a 7,000-mile trip. So,
how far is Kanye? How far is Kanye?
Cross the car ride
the
away,
opposite,
child.
the opposite way of Kanye.
Cross the streets. He there.
So what you think, Steve?
I ain't mad, man.
You ain't mad at it. I know, right?
At all.
Live,
I'll
girl.
take it decorated just like that.
Be great.
That price is steep. But depends on the customization. But you can get them. But that's steep. But I ain't mad at it though. I ain't mad
Kanye
at
don't
it.
get to ride in
650
this
is the top of the line Gulfstream out there, and she's getting it brand new. She's a bad girl. She done ordered this thing.
Yes, she is.
Yes, she is.
Now it's
No
gonna be
hate.
down
No.
quite a bit, because when you buy a new airplane, it's got to get all the kinks out. They're gonna test fly it a few times, but they're gonna give it to you, and then it'll be a lot of downtime. I know some people that bought new airplanes, and it'll be some downtime, but you'll survive it, because if you got $150 million for a plane, you do have an alternate plane.
Yeah.
You can still
just
get
charter
around.
Other plane.
Yeah.
Well, you might not have another one you'll say, but you can get access to them. You got to have a jet service somewhere that you use.
Mine.
So
I like
congratulations.
brag.
Do they have pictures of it or anything?
Yeah,
Yeah,
there was
she
some
showed a
pictures.
few pictures.
I
Yeah.
saw a picture.
Yes, we do.
Monica, could I please see
Graham?
what you have available?
Who do you call to get to buy a plane? Who?
Gulfstream.
You ready now?
Call
They
them.
right in Savannah. Hey, man, let me tell you something. It's really an interesting process. I've actually sat in the room while they pitch these jets. I've been on several test rides with jets. Savannah, Georgia is the main headquarters for Gulfstream. And you can go there. I don't care what. But let me tell you something. Ain't no deals. That's not what this is.
They're not
no
doing
hookups.
sales or nothing like that.
Ain't no layaway.
Ain't no sale. Ain't no 15% off.
Layaway.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, you can lay it away. It'll be in there. They'll be fixing on it, taking your money. You're not driving out of here till they got theirs, though. Yeah, they got layaway.
That's that other level there, partner.
Yeah, that's a different level,
Yeah,
But
congratulations.
it's
that other
150 million.
level.
That's nice, But like my plane, the one I ride on, it's about 350 round trip. Delta. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm on it.
They got some good cookies on there, though.
Don't they?
Cookies is nice.
Them cookies is nice. I mean,
Ain't
for
nobody
real.
hating on Delta, United, or Southwest. We love them.
I appreciate them.
Those
But
are
you
our
can keep that.
private jets.
You can keep that frontier spirit, though. I'm gonna let you have that. You can have that on your own.
It's custom painted, a gray color like her mansion in Calabasas, all of that stuff.
Beautiful.
Yeah, she's just doing her thing right now. Congratulations to her. All right, coming up in 20 minutes, we're going to switch gears. Stars are just like us. They're just like us. We'll tell you about Rick Ross's do-it-yourself home project right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
So, guys, stars are just like us. They're people, too. Hip-hop star and Wingstop mogul Rick Ross decided he needed to chop down 10 massive oak trees on his property. However, he got a quote of $10,000, $1,000 for each tree from an outside contractor. So Ricky posted, "I just told my homie, you go to Home Depot and you go get me the biggest blankety blank saw there is with a big chain, and you crank that blankety blank. I'm gonna cut the trees down. You heard me?"
Yeah,
Boy.
I saw
So
him
he's
out
gonna
there.
do it himself.
Man,
Rick finna cut some trees down.
no, he did.
Okay.
He did.
Yeah,
We
cut
saw
him down.
it.
Cut him
Yeah.
down.
Did he?
The next
I guess he
Instagram
didn't give a
story.
damn which way they fell, huh?
Now they fail.
And you gotta clean all that up. You still, when they get down, you still got a lot of cutting to do.
Yeah.
Oh, it
We
ain't
cut the trees
the
down.
cutting ain't it.
What the
fall.
The fall. Yeah.
It's the fall, and then
cleanup.
you gotta get them up.
Yeah, the cleanup.
It's some
stumps.
hauling involved.
Well, he
And
did
if you
all
ain't
of
got that big chipper, where they grind it up and drive
That
it
grinder.
off.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, you got to have a big wood chipper. Then you got to get that stump remover. Cause how you gonna get
Rick,
the
you should have
stump
gave
out?
him that 10, dog. You should have went on and
Yeah,
gave him that 10.
yeah.
Well,
I'm gonna tell you right now.
In his ATV on his property right now, so
I mean, that's cool. He got a beautiful property. I haven't been over there since he owned it. I have been over there since Holyfield owned it. Oh, it's a wonderful property, man. And Rick got a deal on it, and he laying it out. You know, man, I like Rick Ross.
I do too, man.
I've had him on
yeah.
my show
Ricky
talking to
Rozay.
him. I just admire his sheer hustle
Yeah.
with what he got and who he is, which just shows me over and over, it's not your pedigree, it's not your background, it's not your language, your choice of language, or your education. Now, the choice of language is important when it comes to what comes out your mouth.
Come on.
Cussing doesn't diminish your chances. It's the negativity. See, but a lot of people consider, I've had people tell me all the time, cussing is a sign of unintelligence.
Who said that?
Oh, I know a lot of people say that.
Woo, they lied.
Well, I mean, to them it is. And I understood one of the great poets of our time, Gil Scott-Heron, said the reason he didn't cuss because it dilutes the message.
I bet he cussed when they closed that jail cell. I bet he cussed then.
All right.
okay.
Ain't nothing else.
Oh, he
Coming up.
cussed.
On that note,
He
we're out.
cussed before that.
We'll be back to
You
check
say something
Steve's
crazy to
voicemail.
Sinbad. Sinbad got something for you, too.
Coming up at 34 minutes after the hour, we're going to check Steve's voicemail right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, guys, time now to check Steve's voicemail. And listen, if you want to leave Steve a message, all you have to do is call him. 877-29-STEVE, 877-29-STEVE. We are ready, Steve. Here's a caller talking about a basketball legend.
Hey, Steve, this is James Morgan from High Point, North Carolina. I remember Friday you was talking about Earl Monroe, Earl the Pearl. Yeah, I loved him. I remember it broke my heart when he came to New York, even though I was a New York fan, because when they were playing for Baltimore, the Bullets, and him and Walt Frazier played against each other, you never seen nothing like it. But I love Earl, and I love New York Knicks. That's just something I wanted to say. Thank you, Steve.
I appreciate that, man, old school cat. That was where you reminded me, too. He was with the Bullets.
The Bullets.
Yeah.
Legend.
Yeah, they changed that name because they thought it had a negative connotation, from the Bullets,
Well,
But they kept the
kinda
Washington
do.
Redskins for years, so
For years.
so much for what they cared about.
Last year.
Yeah.
True that.
So much for that. Shirley, I have a question for you.
Yes, sir.
When you tilt your head to the side like you do when we're talking to you on these Zooms, do Nesto walk out the room sometimes? Because I be wanting to. Go ahead. Let's go back to the email. Babe.
Whatever.
Voicemail.
Whatever.
Just
We all
curious
have
about
our
that.
work.
Yeah, go to voicemail. Yeah, 'cause I be
All
wanting
right,
to.
877-29-STEVE if you want to leave Steve a voicemail. This one, remember last week when we had the strawberry letter about the man who was in prison? He got out. He was in prison for mistakenly driving a getaway car for an armed robbery he said he didn't know happened. So he came home. His wife was rationing out money to him. She was talking to other guys on the phone. So you remember that call. Well, this caller is about that strawberry letter. The title was, the subject was, "What was she doing while I was gone?" All right, listen.
This is pertaining to the strawberry letter and the guy going to jail for armed robbery. Dude, you got to grow up here. Seriously. You guys are married. Again, that means for better or for worse. It didn't matter if you went to the moon and came back and stayed there for 20 years. I mean, honestly, if she didn't feel like that she could stay inside the marriage and be faithful, then she should have got a divorce. That's the only option. I mean, there's no such thing as a guy coming around the house and taking care of things while you're gone or whatever. What if the situation would have been turned around? But look at it and be a man about the situation. I mean, honestly, if she's talking to guys, obviously she doesn't want you, so leave the situation. Go your own way. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, I agree with how he ended it. I was struggling in the beginning. I mean, ideally, you would love for it to be, death do us part and all this here, for better or for worse. Gone 20 years, stay 20 years. The reality is, but see, men, if we do something that puts ourselves in a situation that puts her in a situation, I'm pretty sure when they said them vows, they wasn't saying you was going to be in prison. That wasn't, nobody signs up for that.
It don't say prison do us part. It don't say that.
Yeah. So it kind of puts a woman in a bad position, but I did like the way he ended it. It ain't happening for you, bro. Go on about your business. Go ahead, Shirley.
Here's a call about prank phone calls.
Good morning, y'all. Steve Harvey Morning Show, man. Look here, man. Y'all need to stop doing these prank phone calls while people out here driving in this bad weather, man. Folks go to laugh and lose control of the wheel, hitting brakes and sliding and stuff, man. Hey, yeah, y'all wrong for that. Yeah, y'all wrong. Keep it going, man. Love you guys.
Make up your mind.
He said hitting brakes and sliding in this bad weather.
Thank you, brother. We're going to keep you sliding every morning. Just be careful. Keep your foot on that brake.
All right. Well, thank you guys for your calls.
When you're sliding in the snow, you have to take your foot off the brake.
Oh,
okay.
You don't drive in the snow. Quit telling people keep their foot on the damn brake.
Well, I don't ride
Y'all
in no
didn't
snow.
know how to
I don't
drive.
know nothing
I know.
about it.
Well, quit telling people how to drive in snow before you kill somebody.
Why you Cleveland people so up at this? What's wrong? Y'all so touchy. What is
Should have learned how to drive before you left.
Coming up, the nephew and the prank phone call right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Coming up at the top of the hour, right about 4 minutes after, it's my strawberry letter for today. The subject, my boss wants to whip me. Uh-oh. We don't know what that means.
Oh, you know what it means. You know doggone well what it means.
And none of us wrote this, Steve. None of us. My boss wants to whip me. We'll get into that in just a bit. But right now, the nephew is here with today's prank phone call. What you got for us, Neff?
Well, when you don't pay your bills, things get repossessed. We've had it happen to us. Well, we're going to take it to the church this time. Repo the pew. Repo. Hey, if you ain't paid up, call. We got to come. Maybe you're going to have to stand.
Turn to your
Repo the pew. Catherine Dr. Wilkins. Now, you're going to get this right, my name now, okay? Put some respect on my name.
Okay. No, that was one of my favorite dudes right there. That was my dude right there. I don't know how he held it together that long. I can't.
He did.
But my favorite part, he said, now look, man, when you come up in here, I got some people going to take that Jesus coat off.
Yeah.
And they're going to have something for you. You can do it any way you want to. I done told you now. We're going to take the Jesus coat off and got something for you.
He said you ran him.
I think every pastor got one of them that'll take that coat off and get with it. Every pastor got one.
More than one.
Right. Jesus had 12.
This is who rolling with me. Thank you, Reverend Dr. Wilkins. Let me make sure I get that right. Thank you, Reverend Dr. Wilkins. We appreciate it. All right, y'all already know I've been telling you, stupid coming your way, baby. March 19, Beaumont, Texas. Nephew, Julie Rogers Theater. New suit, new jokes, new shoes, new look, new body. Little bit of body fat, little bit of body fat. Little bit of body fat. Little bit of body fat. About 18. About 18%.
I tell you what, Tommy, don't say fat.
What I'm supposed to say? Body what?
No, little bitty body.
Whatever.
Body,
Get your tickets, Beaumont. The nephew coming, baby.
Carla went to Meg the Stallion, body, yada, yada, yada.
Yada, yada. Steve said, little body, body, yada,
Body, yada, yada. I love it. All right. Well, thank you, little body nephew. Listen, coming up, Strawberry Letter. Subject, my boss wants to whip me. Wait till you hear this, though. You're not going to believe this. This comes with a disclaimer, and we'll get into it right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Time now for today's Strawberry Letter. And if you need advice on relationships, dating, work, sex, parenting, and more, please submit your Strawberry Letter to steveharveyfm.com and click Submit Strawberry Letter. We could be reading your letter live on the air, just like we're going to read this one right here, right now. And you never know, it could be yours, but none of ours.
You never know. Buckle up, hold on tight. We got it for you. Here it is, the Strawberry Letter.
Subject, my boss wants to whip me. Again, a disclaimer, if you have young children anywhere around you, you do not want them to hear this letter, okay? Dear Steve and Shirley, it says, I'm a 31-year-old single black man, and about 2 months ago, I was not ready to settle down yet, so I was mingling and dating. After countless failures with meeting women, I finally came across a much older woman who was on the same page that I was on. She only wanted sex, and that's it. She invited me to her house one evening, and from the moment I got there, it started getting heated. We were kissing and grinding on her sofa, and as it was about to go down, she left me on the sofa and went upstairs to her room, and she told me to give her 10 minutes. So I undressed and went upstairs, and it was pitch black. She told me where to go, and I followed her voice into a room where all I heard was jingling keys and metal clinging and something that sounded like a towel was hitting a mattress. The noises stopped suddenly, and she said, I got something for you, baby. And the lights came on. There were 4 adult toys of different shapes and sizes, and she was wearing a dog collar with a lot of gold chains hanging from it. I looked over in the corner, and there was a huge dog cage on a platform. She took off her lingerie, and I stood there in disbelief. I asked where the dog was because I don't like dogs. She pulled out a belt and told me to get in the cage while she whipped me several times on my bare behind. I turned and ran so fast that I almost fell down the stairs in the dark. I ended up leaving my hat and my shirt, but I left with my dignity. Oh, did you now? Wow. What I failed to mention is that she's my direct supervisor, and she's very unhappy with how I left. She's giving me major attitude because she wants a do-over. I really need my job. So how do I fix this without getting whipped? What? What is going on?
There's some wild people out there, man.
With your boss. You conveniently left out the fact that this woman was your boss. You conveniently left that out until the very last part of the letter. And that's because you probably knew we were going to tell you this was a very stupid move on your part. But I do have to tell you this. I'm glad you got out. I'm glad you survived it, even though you almost fell down the stairs in the pitch black. You said you guys talked about this beforehand, and you guys were on the same page. I don't think so. I don't think you're on the same page at all. You got to get out of there. Either you're going to have to transfer to a different department, or you're going to have to get another job somewhere else. You should be interviewing and doing all that you can do to make that happen right now. And no matter how bad her attitude is, she is your boss, and you said she's giving you major attitude. Whatever you do, there are no do-overs. Do not go back to that lady's house, okay? Next time, she might tell you to get in the cage, lock you up with those jingling keys you heard in the dark. Her kind of freakiness is a little different, and you could really get hurt with all the whipping and stuff. And this is just too crazy. Stay away from her. Do your job until you leave, and then when you get out of there, don't look back. But please get out and get out now. Steve?
This is one of those letters where I'm going to use as a teaching moment.
Ooh, I can't wait.
A lot of young brothers listening to this show. Uncle Steve is going to walk you through some things that you need to know when faced with anything similar to this. Let's go. Okay. Now, he starts off by telling us who he is. He's a 31-year-old single black man. And he said, very confusingly, about 2 months ago, I was not ready to settle down yet. I don't know where that came from, because this whole letter has nothing about you wanting a commitment of any kind. Mm-hmm. So you just telling us a story. You 31 years old and you single, ready to mingle. That's what you should have said. So I was mingling and dating. That's all you had to say, dog. After countless failures with meeting women, no, they weren't. They weren't countless failures. You're not looking for a commitment, so anytime relations fail, it's what you weren't committed to anyway. After countless failures, you didn't want no successes. You was just dating and mingling. So let's just stay honest, brothers. I finally came across a much older woman who was on the same page that I was on. She only wanted sex, and that's it. She invited me to her house one evening, and from the moment I got there, it started getting heated. We was kissing and grinding on the sofa. It was about to go down. She left me on the sofa. Here's the key. She left me on the sofa and went upstairs to her room, and she told me to give her 10 minutes. But no, your ass didn't listen. Your stupid ass, right after that, said, so I undressed and went upstairs, and it was pitch black. Boy, you got naked too early.
All right, hold that thought right there.
Boy,
right there.
We've all done it. We've all walked them stairs.
I know, Tommy, I know.
We'll have part 2 of your response coming up, Steve, at 23 minutes after the hour. Today's Strawberry Letter subject, my boss wants to whip me. We'll be back right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Come on, Steve, let's recap this letter. The subject is, please, there is a disclaimer with this letter if you have small children. My boss wants to whip me.
This 31-year-old young man is very confused about what he wants and what he's expecting out of the results from what he's actually doing. He's dating and mingling around. He's serious. He don't want to settle down. So now he's saying after he's been meeting women, dating, and all failure after failure. Because you don't want nothing. And it just proves that you don't want nothing because you said right after this, after countless failures in meeting women, I finally came across a much older woman who was on the same page that I was on. She only wanted sex, and that's it. See, boy, you've been wanting to get in relationships with women that only want sex, and that's it. And then when it don't work out, you consider that a failure. Everybody don't want to sign up for this foolishness. Ah, but you done find this old ass lady, though. Ain't got no problem with it. So you meet her, y'all on the same page, invite you to a house. Soon as you got there, you grinding on the couch. It's hot, heated. It done got good, boy. She left you on the sofa, went upstairs to her room and told you to give her 10 minutes. Yo, jumpy ass. Can't wait 10 minutes. Why? Because you young. After she said give her 2 minutes, your reaction was, so I undressed and went upstairs and it was pitch black. What is your ass up here for? She said 10 minutes. You up there too damn early and you're naked. You took your clothes off too damn fast and then went upstairs and left your clothes downstairs. How stupid is your ass? Don't ever have your clothes somewhere you can't reach them.
That's the lesson.
Rule, there's so many lessons in this letter. Then I undressed and went upstairs. It was pitch black. It's because you're too damn early. She said 10 minutes. She ain't set up yet.
No light on.
She told me where to go, and I followed her voice into a room right here. Never be naked in the dark following voices. Stupid.
What it sound
I'm
like?
following the voice into a room where all I heard was jingling keys and metal clinging and something that sounded like a towel hitting the mattress. What? And you kept walking towards the jingling and the towel hitting the mattress and your ass naked and can't see? Do you understand how stupid you are? The noises stopped suddenly, and she said, I got something for you, baby. And then the lights came on.
Dun, dun, dun.
There was 4 adult toys of different shapes and sizes, and she was wearing a dog collar with a lot of gold chains hanging from it. I looked over in the corner, and there was a huge dog cage on the platform. See, I would have missed all this.
Why?
Because I'm old.
Uh-huh.
First of all she'd have heard was from me downstairs. You ready? Been about 12 minutes now. What you doing? But all this, because of the unknown, I have my damn clothes on. Just in case she say something crazy from upstairs, I can get on out the house downstairs and never speak to her ass again. But no, your ass naked upstairs.
School them, Steve.
Now she cut the light on. You look over in the corner, it's a huge dog cage on the platform. On a platform? The hell is dog cage doing up on the platform? She took off her lingerie and I stood there in disbelief. Probably because you naked.
Know you're naked.
I asked where the dog was because I don't like dogs. See right there? Your black ass upstairs with a potential German Shepherd somewhere. Raw. So now you in the cage, you looking over there at the cage, you don't like dogs, potential German Shepherd Rottweiler could be in the room, but now you in that ass naked. Now the reason this ain't working out for you, fool, because your ass is naked. See, getting whipped and asked to get in the cage is different when you fully clothed. But now you naked and your clothes are downstairs. And the reason she can whip you across your ass is because you naked.
It's out.
I turned and ran so fast, I almost fell down the steps in the dark because you're slipping on them carpet because your clothes is downstairs. I ended up leaving my hat and shirt because you couldn't find them. Because you got to keep your clothes where you can see them and reach them. Now, you done left your cat, you done left your hat, and your damn shirt. All that's DNA. Your dumb ass could be in a crime scene. You on 48 hours and don't even know it. Because you done left your ignorant ass clothes downstairs. Upstairs about to get body whipped. Now, come to find out this your boss. She want a do-over, now she got attitude.
No do.
When I come back, I'm just going to give you 10 seconds of what your solution is for this. Stupid ass upstairs naked. Anybody told you to come up there yet?
We'll be back right
12
after
years an employee is what this is.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, Steve, right before we get to sports talk, you had a couple of more suggestions.
Let me just close
for the
out.
young
This man
in
had been upstairs naked with, found out who was his boss, and she was whipping him while he was naked, told him to get in this big dog cage. And now he back at work, and the boss got an attitude because she wants a do-over. He really need his job, and he don't know how to handle this situation. So now let me explain something to you, young boy. You're going to have to give her a do-over if you want to keep your job. Y'all shut up. You shut up, Shirley.
No.
You answered your letter. He 31. He can handle this.
Go back in there, dog?
He can't.
No, he don't go back in there. He got to get a do-over. He got to control this situation. The do-over is at a hotel.
Okay.
Can't bring all these big-ass dog cages through that lobby. All these platforms and stuff. You gonna get your do-over is at the hotel. And tell her you bringing your own trunk of toys.
Okay.
And ain't gonna be no 4 adult toys of different sizes because you're gonna end up wearing something if you ain't careful. Now coming there with a velvet rope, some fuzzy handcuffs that don't click, a feather tickler that don't do no damage, that you can't push nothing. See, you gotta have your little sex toys have control on it.
Yeah.
And you can't have nothing in here with a battery on it.
Why?
Because that has switches with levels on it. That'll get out of control. Anything on high is going to be shocking to your ass. Can't let nothing have a switch on it that can go to high. High is dangerous. Okay. That's all I want. Yes, Carla.
I have a question. What if on this do-over she doesn't like it because she's still his supervisor?
Yeah,
so now what
you
happens?
just didn't like it. I ain't who you thought I was. Now, you done seen me run out of this house once before. You already know I ain't up to who you thought I was. I'm scared of dogs. You got a dog cage. We're going to have a do-over, but I got a hotel. And I have everything in there. Now, you can come in there. You can have attitude sex. That's all right. I had that before. This ain't what I wanted. Well, this all I got.
Is this just one time we do this do-over, then that's it? Am I out?
Well, if you do it and you don't do it well, she ain't going to want to have nothing else to do with you, but at least you'll keep your job.
Favorite letter of all time.
It's hard to make naked decisions, though. It's hard.
He was right. Steve was schooling him.
He left with his dignity. No,
I'm
he
telling
didn't.
you. Nothing with a battery and a switch on it.
He said he came in
because things can get out of hand.
Low, medium, and high. Because when you get
We'll
caught
have more
up.
of the Steve Harvey Morning Show coming up top of the hour right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
While the U.S. has already imposed official sanctions against Russia, some states are taking it upon themselves to post-economic pain following Russia's invasion of Ukraine. Many states have banned the sale of Russian vodka. Virginia, Ohio, and New Hampshire. Texas and Pennsylvania leaders are asking bars and restaurants not to serve Russian-made liquor. And in more recent developments, according to the Black Information Network, African people are being turned away from the Ukraine-Poland border or told to get to the back of the line so that, quote, unquote, real Ukrainians can escape first. One woman tweeted, women of color, some with babies in their arms, cannot take the same trains at the same time as Ukrainians, even if they belong to these priority categories announced by Polish officers. We had to push the African women onto the train, so they had no other options but to let them in, since they said women and children first, wrote one displaced person, adding that when we tried to enter, police forces took them out, saying only Ukrainians have the right to enter. There's racism everywhere.
That's racism.
Even in this time.
That's heavy racism.
Can't even be a black Ukrainian.
It's par for the course. It's happening around the world. Two things I can assure you about racism. They usually always involve a person who is non-white and involves a person who is white. Almost always. That's not always the case, but when you hear of this stuff on an international level, it almost always involves a person who isn't white and a person who is white. It is something about some people who give them the thought that because of the color of their skin, they are superior. It is worldwide. And because of your pigment, the dark scheme of your color, you are less relevant, less important, and less human. And they've been doing it for a long, long, long time. And they ain't fitting to stop. So welcome to the real world. And it's happening in the United States on a daily basis.
And how are we supposed to feel as black people caring about the Ukrainians, and the Russian invasion and all that, but then seeing them be racist to our people over there?
you'd understand the dilemma. See, but because of political correctness, all of us in media and all of us have to say the correct things. Mm-hmm. But we are always expected to be sympathetic to everybody else's cause.
forgiving.
The problem is everybody ain't sympathetic to our cause. Mm-hmm. Ain't that about a blip?
Yeah.
That part right there. Say that again, Steve.
See, we got to always be sympathetic to everybody else's cause. But everybody don't have to be sympathetic to our cause. Right. So excuse me when I ain't all that jumpy about what you going through. When I know on the other side of that coin, we still got to go through what we going through.
Right, and
so
that's
sometimes
we don't care. We care. Right. We care about the Ukrainians and what's going on.
We care,
there.
but we got a bigger issue though.
Absolutely.
Us. See, listen to me. When the airplane instructions come on, in the event that the oxygen mask come down from the ceiling, please place your mask on first before helping a small child or someone else. You know why? Because if you don't get yourself together and help yourself, you can't help nobody else.
Mm-hmm.
Come on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So now what you want us to do? So excuse me while I tend to me.
Yeah. All right. Listen, we'll have more of the Steve Harvey Morning Show coming up at 20 minutes after, right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Steve Harvey Nation, listen up. Attention to all of our listeners in Dallas and Central Texas. Today are primaries, and it is election day in the state of Texas. Why are there primaries? Why are the elections important, the primary elections? You are choosing the best candidate to represent that your party will win the general election in November. That's why it's important. All states are on the road to midterm elections as we all are prepared for the upcoming primaries. Please get prepared. Please make sure you are registered. Do your research. Try to check out the sample ballots. Go to When We All Vote to register now, okay? It is happening this year. And they want to take back the Senate. They want to take back the House, okay? We have to do our part.
Especially Dallas, Central Texas. We're going to say one word. Governor race.
Yes.
Gubernatorial election.
Scobedo.
In Texas in November. You need to vote
that's right.
today. March primaries.
It's on the ballot.
Don't sleep on this. Don't sleep on this.
We're doing our part, so please do your part. Please.
Get registered.
Vote today. Normally these elections aren't important. We normally just vote in the general elections, but these primary elections are extremely important. You are choosing.
You need
the
that
best
young
candidate
generation to get out and vote, man.
Yeah.
A young generation is the key.
Keep going. Keep going.
Keep going.
Your vote matters. Your vote matters. Again, go to When We All Vote to register right now. Coming up at 33 minutes after the hour, we'll switch gears and play a little bit of Would You Rather right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
It is time now for a round of Would You Rather. Would you rather tell your partner you're having an affair, or would you rather your partner tell you that they're having an affair?
B.
Neither.
And that's just where I ain't wrong. Yeah.
So this is about your image
I ain't wrong.
and your appearance.
Wait a minute. You ain't wrong?
You the one wrong. So, hey.
It's on you.
You know, it's on you now.
Tell me.
Okay.
Junior? Junior? Let's go Junior
I gotta
first.
go with Tommy. That's logic, because I'm going with Tommy. Yeah, you wrong. So I get to cuss you out. That's what I get.
You got the power.
Yeah.
I ain't even got to cuss you out. You're wrong.
Would you rather tell your partner you're having an affair, or would you rather them tell you they're having an affair?
You'd rather
no,
tell
I'm going to
them.
go with A.
Because you can't take that they're having an affair.
Yeah, because
right?
B, I'm going to prison.
Exactly. That's
A, I'm going to get my ass whooped and lose everything. And I've done that twice already.
You already did it?
been there, done that.
See, it ain't neither one of them had a divorce before. And ain't either one of them had to walk in and make that announcement before. I have. I have experience at making that announcement. Steve gonna go with A. Because B
final answer
is B is 2 life sentences without parole.
Yeah.
So ain't no need of me.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
All right. Would you rather live in the best house in the worst neighborhood or the worst house in the best neighborhood?
Yeah, I'm gonna take the worst house in the best neighborhood.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, B.
So you can feel how you want to feel about me.
That's the bottom of the rich. I'll take that.
All right.
I've lived in the best house in the worst neighborhood before.
Nobody got sleep.
And nobody knew it. Until I went to other people's houses, I realized, man, we got the best house on the street. And people drive down the street, go, look at all these ragged ass houses. Yeah, I've done that. I have already lived in the best house in the ragged ass neighborhood. I've done that, and no one knew it.
All right, if we could get to this one quickly. Would you rather have a bell go off every time you're turned on or have to say all your thoughts out loud during sex? Bell go
Say the
off.
second part again.
Bell go off every time you're turned on or have to say all your thoughts out loud during sex?
Yeah, you can let that bell go off for me. Ding, 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 every time. I'd rather have that.
No, hell no. I won't get no damn sleep. No.
All right.
Say everything you thinking during sex. That's what I do anyway.
Coming up
I do that now.
Hell
at 49 minutes after the hour, it's our last break of the day.
Cut all these bells off in here.
And we'll get some closing
What is he
remarks from the
thinking
one
about?
and only Steve Harvey right after
Oh, I
this.
want your sister.
Ding, 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 ding.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, guys, here we are, our last break of the day on this Tuesday. Whew, what a day, what a day, what a day.
Yeah.
Grateful,
right
grateful, grateful.
Yes, thank you.
For a daydream. Boom, 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 boom. What a day for a daydream. Man. Do you all find yourself daydreaming?
Yeah.
All the time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All the time.
Still do that. Yeah.
Daydreaming and I'm thinking.
I used to do
I
it,
do it at
all
night.
the time as a kid. Yeah.
You daydream at night?
Mm-hmm. Do it at night.
Y'all see the confusion that is his mind.
That's how he work it.
All right, let me go with these closing remarks because I was thinking of something
What you got?
I wanted to share with you all. And it's about this thing that stops so many people. And I want to offer you a way to look at this thing so you don't allow it to continue to stop you. This thing that I'm talking about is called failure. It's such a stopper to so many people. So many people get stopped because they experience a failure, because they internalize it the wrong way. Folks, I'm going to give you a different way to look at failure so you don't allow it to define you. So let me help you with the first thing. Failure ain't a person. Failure is an event. Do you understand me? Failure ain't a person. Failure is an event. How many times have you heard people describe a person as a failure because of something that happened to them or something they're going through? Look at him. He's an addict. He's nothing but a failure. Look at him. Became an alcoholic, just ruined his life. He's a failure. Look at that girl over there. I told her she was too fast, then sat up there and had that baby and ain't got no man. Just done ruined her life. Now she can't go do this and she can't do... Excuse me? What? Look at them just sat up there and flunked out of school. You have failed. You are a failure because you flunked out of school. You're a failure because you got a divorce. You're a failure because you've lost everything. You're a failure because you're homeless. You're a failure because you didn't pass math, science, English, geography. You're a failure. Excuse me. Failure is not a person. Failure is an event. It's an event, y'all. Stop drinking this stuff and stop listening to people who are making you think your failure is defining you as a person. Failure is not a person. Failure is an event. And if you take the word event and break it down, the word event is the root word of a word called eventually. What? Event is the root word of a bigger word called eventually. Because this is how God works. He takes all your failures, wraps them up, puts them in a box, put a bow on it, and eventually turns all those things into person he intended you to be. Eventually, all of these failures are going to become the makeup of the person that you are. You better get this now. You better understand this and quit letting these events, these things called failures, determine you as a person. Failure ain't a person. Failure is an event. We all have these events. Life is full of them. These events, man. Do you know you're going to lose somebody you care about deeply? That's going to cause you to go into some things that grief causes. That ain't who you are. That's the event that you went through. That event will turn into eventually what God has for you. Because everything you're going through is God preparing you for what he has for you. You need to get this, man, so you can quit tripping every time you have a failure, which ain't nothing but an event. This too shall pass. Name one thing ain't passed. Man, y'all better get me today, because I'm trying to give it to you. I got you. Failure ain't a person. Failure is an event. Everybody have them. Quit drinking them, letting them define who you are. You ain't no failure as a person. You just having an event. I'm going to stop now because the next thing I want to do has profanity in it. Those are my closing remarks today.
Well, time to stop.
Yeah, they were good.
Yeah. Talk to God. He'd love to hear from you, because if you keep talking to me, I'm going to say something.